before we dive into our netting discussion, I'd just like you to listen to this nice tranquil sound of nature. Water flow, insects zapping. Where are the birds right now? There we go, right on cue, birds chirping. Oh, another thing I want to point out, so that fountain pump that you see there, the Alpine 2800 gallon per hour, well, that pump is strong, and I learned the hard way. The inlet for it was just an open tubing attached to the main center pipe there. And unfortunately, it captured one of the fish. I wasn't able to save it. It was stuck to the pump. I heard it immediately when it happened, and I knew what probably happened. I knew I had to address that. And unfortunately, I lost one of the koi. So that's very disappointing. So of course, immediately, hindsight 2020, I thought about one of the pre-filters, a cone-shaped pre-filter that I have, that I had lying around, and I was able to retrofit it on there. But in so doing, the opening was not very large, and so it's reduced the flow of the pump, so now it's not shooting that high, but at least my fish are protected now. And I have it tied to, so it's like in a cage, so to speak, the tubing that is, and then it's tied to that main outlet for the fountain pump. So I think the fish should be fine, and it's contoured in a round way where even if they were to swim close to it, they should be able to swim away from it. And as I walk closer, you see that little spider netting? This is a product that I ordered, and I think it came in 12 in the pack. It's pretty cool. It's a plastic thin piece, and I like its design, and in fact, I could order more and make them all contiguous, and they would cover the entire pond, and so that's what it looks like. I'll bring my fingers here. Hopefully you'll see the koi come up. I can see them, but again, my water's still not clear, and that's another issue I've got to address. I did not hook the ultraviolet UV pump up yet, and I'm sure that will work, and so I need to do that. But anyway, this netting, I like it. What I don't like is when I do feed, the little pellets get caught in it and the little debris gets trapped in it. I tried the regular pond and filter netting. I can't make it neat. So I'm trying different forms of netting to see what will work to my satisfaction. As you see now, we have a center island, and my son put a few frogs in there, real small tadpole frogs, almost feeders really. I don't know where they are. I'm not even sure if they're still in there. He also has, he's a big gardener, my son was, a huge gardener. He also has, and in fact you can check his channel out, which is Growers FC. He's got like a Venus flytrap over there. There's other insect eating plants that should help, and it'll be a nice resting spot, the little island that we've created for the frogs. Will we be able to keep them in there? That's another story. Maybe once I get this new netting that I'm working on, which is the framed netting that you're familiar with, I'm going to try that next. Reminds me of like a bird cage. It is on the way, so we'll see how that works. And let's see, I've got these solar lights on the rim. I had them on the ground. They show real nicely at night. Last night I installed three more of the interior lights, night lights inside the pond. They show pretty nicely. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that as well. And I think that's about all the updates I have thus far. I'll have to keep you guys posted as I update things. My concern with the new netting structure will be this setup that I've built with the flowers hovering over the pond. I'll probably have to reverse them so that it works correctly, and I have room for the framing. And the planters that I have sitting on the rim, I'll probably have to move them. I may lose that decorative touch. We'll see. But again, if it protects the koi, then that's a better setup. And just one thing I want to show you that I also found out, I'm learning so many things about this pond setup. The aqua ultraviolet tube pump, it was set on, I probably can tell you better than I can show you, but it was set on the recirculating mode. Actually, it's under the cord, but it was set on the, here it is, recirculate. There we go. That recirculate cycle. And basically what it was doing was recirculating the water without running it through the entirety of the pump filter, and therefore wasn't being rinsed with all the biological media, and therefore wasn't actually cleaning the water. So what I did yesterday, because what I really was doing was trying to clean the water. Of course, I looked up the filter, and so I wanted to check out the backflow, because there are 8 settings on here. I wanted to check out the backflow feature, where I could, expel the water without having to take the filter loose. And so there's this rinse setting that you can go rinse, and then you can go wash, and you can recirculate as well. And then you can repeat that cycle a couple times, and then expel the water. And once you do that, then you put it to the filtration mode. And there's a couple more settings, like a winter setting, and you can close it off for the season. But now I do have it on the filtration mode, and so let's see. I do see it a little bit clearer, so I think it's actually working. But again, I know I still need a little more filtration. Suggestions are welcome on the bottom, as they are welcome for this netting scenario. I'm going to keep working at it. I think the cage netting is going to work. I hope so. We'll see. I'll show you it once we have it together. The lily pads are growing nicely, and I don't know if you can see the koi. I can see them. Yeah, you won't be able to see them. I can see them kind of up under that plant there. I see orange, but you won't be able to see them. But hopefully, I keep clearing this water, you'll be able to take a look, and I'll be able to share that view with you as well. Thanks for watching, and I will update you once we have that cage net bird netting set up.